Hold on. What you say? Okay. All right. So yes, yes, yes.
Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast. Stop what you're doing and tune in from coast to coast. It's the Howard Hour with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
And that's me. Yo, 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 what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy HT House 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untied shoes. You see the vibe and you see the move. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the Howard Hour Live, a place from me to you, man. And I just want you to be comfortable like how I am. I'm sitting here with my feet out, playing with my chest hairs. I don't know about you, but that's a good day for me. But man, yes, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome to something that is so unique and something that is well needed, like a good therapy session. And that's what I hope to achieve one day with doing this format. You feel me? But not even that, man. Again, welcome, 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 folks. We have a show tonight that is a treat, and that is something that is so cool to see, man, because I am excited for the way that we have. I have been excited for this coming up and for a minute, I want to say, because for growth in this thing that we call the metaverse is something that's for real. And to really see it come from places that you don't even understand that stuff can grow, like the famous, what they say, a flower can come from the concrete, and you'll be amazed at like how far it could go with it. And that's what a lot of times, folks, this platform that we're on, we're able to grow from the concrete. And man, we see a lot of stuff that's growing from the concrete, man. I don't know if y'all been seeing about what this week, but yes, folks, with this going on today, we got April 18th. We finally got the Sinners movie, yes, made by Ryan Coogler. Coogler, I'm sorry, a famous director from Black Panther, Fruitvale Station, and not even is that Creed. Yes, him and Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, and man, a wonderful, wonderful cast they have so far. Man, is really making the headlines with this movie called Sinners. Man, a mixed lore of horror and vampire irony set in the down south, man, back in the 30s, you feel me? But not even as that, man, this is a movie that is really making waves, making waves. It hit the scene already with 100% Rotten Tomato format. And man, that is rare to do, especially on Rotten Tomatoes, man, because they let you know they don't really mess with your stuff. They'll put it all the way down. But not even as that, man, the film is being shown in three different calibers. They're showing it up top 70 mm IMAX resolution. And if you don't know, that is almost like the laser ray tracing format that they're doing with that. They're also having a laser transfer format for IMAX theaters that's doing a digital format, and they're doing the regular digital transference of the film, so you can catch it in three different calibers. But hey, finding out from the director himself, he say, man, hey, if you can go and check out Sinners in 70 mm, and man, you'll be amazed about what's going on with it. But not even just that, folks. With this going on, y'all see today is Good Friday, and man, yes, Easter flow is right around the corner. So you mean that's candy, eggs, and everything else that's really could go into a basket that you can really give to these bad kids. You feel me? Because I know I'm giving to my son a box of bricks. But no, man, not even as that, man. Eggs are so expensive. People haven't even been doing hard boiling eggs or anything. They went to the route of getting fake eggs. They say this year alone, so far with the Easter route, they had a quadruple in prices for plastic eggs. And that is something that's crazy, man. I think more trees died to get more eggs than they had more eggs laid out. So yeah, man, if you got any eggs for the low, let me know. Let me know. I'll hit you up after the show. But not even as that, folks, all my wrestling fans, we got WrestleMania 41. Yes, going on, going long, and going strong in my city. Yes, Las Vegas, you feel me, is going down at the Allegiant Stadium. A two-night wonderful event that's starting tomorrow, April 19th. 2 nights and April 20th. Yes, we have WrestleMania on 420 on Easter Sunday at that. But not even as that, man, they are having a star-studded event. We had Mania last night, man, and it was a star-studded event that was good for all the rappers, everybody to come through just with the music scene. Man, tonight they have the Hall of Fame induction that's going on, man, for the wonderful people that's getting down into that induction process for the WWE. And tomorrow, man, is the start of night one with WrestleMania. It's going to be projected to be sitting there and have it all over the place. But is that projected to break some records too tomorrow. So, man, if you're able, go and check it out, man, because I know I might be doing a watch party and you might just see me pop up with the headset or so, man, but with that. But yes, man, we keeping this thing rolling, rolling, rolling like a locomotive, man. Get it to the point where why y'all really here. I know y'all came here to see my pretty face, but just don't understand. It's just not all about me, you know. I know it's called the Howard Hour, but I just can't sit here and just talk for a whole hour. I can, but that would kind of be mean. But no, man, when I was saying earlier, this show is special to me in a format because we are in this day and age. Technology don't come with instructions now, and I say that in a good way. A lot of times when we sit here with this technology, we're supposed to already know what to do with it, what we're supposed to gain from it, and not even just that, what we're supposed to do at the end of the day with it. And a lot of times that get misconstrued, especially being in a platform like the metaverse. With being in the metaverse, you can make your own trends. You can make your own slang. You can make your own way. You can make your own type of worlds. And that all starts with a calibration of finding creativity in a place that we call the metaverse. And with that creativity, you find out places, find out things, you find out stuff that you never even knew about yourself. And that is a good route to take, especially to learning about building, growing, and thriving in a infrastructure like the metaverse. And these individuals who I got coming, man, tonight on the show really showcase that. This first person, man, I'm bringing to the stage tonight really shows you the aspect of coming up here with nothing and making something out of it. A lot of times when we come on this platform, we bring like remainance and everything from IRL to an aspect to over here. And we get away from the broader picture. But then a lot of times we could come on this space and learn qualities, learn motions, and probably even learn ways that we didn't even know about because, hey, we have new eyes that we can see, not just him spending on this headset that you feel me, but we have ways that we can go and elevate on this platform without just having to sit here and be okay, hey, this is something that I have to know. No, this is something that we want to know now. And this individual that I'm getting ready to bring, man, is showcasing that. This man has on here a game show. This man has on here, not even just with a game show, this man have with a interview aspect of having people come onto his show, and that's not even with that. With coming onto his show, you even doing mini games, doing interviews, and even having fun. And that comes from a place of being on this platform of growth. And I was so happy to meet this individual. I just ended up meeting him this year at CES, man. And this man acts like the way that he does in his metaverse ways. You feel me? Cool, laid back, but not even as that, man. A person about networking, a person about this community thriving, but not even as that. A person that is ready to learn and grow in what we call the metaverse, man. And that's one of the biggest things that we could see and do on this platform. Because just like technology, we have to adapt. We have to stride and we have to thrive from what we know, what we put into our system, and what we can do with it. Man, y'all been to many of his events that he has on here, man. He been throwing some events, and I thought I did something about doing shows almost every weekly. But no, this man pops up at least 2 or 3 times out of the week. Not even just that, but he does it on a consecutive base. You feel me? And that is something that is so rare to see in this space. But man, I really know we'll have to bring him to the stage so he can give more of his journey of what he does and what he do and what he's gonna do more for this space that we're in too. So man, y'all really need to give it up. Y'all seen his worlds that we on here from MK Ultra to yes to even anything goes. Yes, not even to Horizon Chaos. If I'm saying it right, I'm saying it right. Man, so y'all really need to put some confetti in the air. Confetti in the air, man, for the tall man himself. Hey, man, he's really going to make it stretch like Mr. Reed, you feel me? And, man, that's something so good to see. Hey, pause. No diddy. But, man, I really need y'all to give it up, man, for the main man himself. The one, the only, Mr. GallaGiant.
Yo, damn,
Hey,
what's up, Howard?
what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are
Dude,
you doing?
dude, good, man. Thanks for having me.
No, I thank you. I thank you, man, for coming through. I said this is a long time overdue, like a library book.
I know, man. Holy shit. You're one of the only people I've ever seen in the real world.
Hey, man, that's how I know it's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm
Man,
saying. So if y'all don't know this, this is a crazy thing. We were all standing in the beginning of CES. There was thousands of us, fucking thousands of us. And I get in line and I start hearing this dude talk to somebody. And I was like, there's no way that's Howard. And then I see his name tag and I'm like, holy shit, it's Howard. So I just hand him my name tag and he's just like, what the fuck you handing me this name tag for? And then he's like, oh, you're GallaGiant, like, and it was, but
no,
out
a
of
real life,
thousands of people, how the fuck did we end up next to each other? That's insane.
a real life tattoo move, and I mean that's what that brought me to one of my things about like I really wanted to have this face to face, well, virtual face to face, because it's so much more interactive, especially after meeting in real life. And yes, man, I can say this. Suppose this man is really tall in real life, so I said I just like to have to look up to people at times, and I'm like, oh, really have to look up to this dude to talk. But no, man, I'm glad you came through tonight, my man, and everything. This really is conversation that I feel like is well needed at times, man. So, man, I'm gonna get down this to the nitty gritty, man. I see you on this platform. You got into this platform, man. What got you into Horizon World?
So Horizon World was a promise by a couple other apps that never, went through what they said, and then everyone kept whispering in my ear, "Horizons is doing it. Horizons is doing it. Like go over there." And I'm glad I finally did because those other apps, literally to this day, have not done this, which
Mm.
is letting the users kind of create their own spaces and do what they want with it. All these apps, they charge you money for like apartments and shit, but like they told us we were going to be able to customize them, and essentially all they gave us was like picture frames, like so
I just
you
realized that
know
they only gave us an apartment for like we only had those apartments for like what 6 months on this mug. I feel like GTA
that's
they took
right. Where do those
them
things go? Those were nice. Those were
away.
soothing, very soothing. But yeah, so I heard about this and it was like, come on over here, you don't need to know Blender. And I was like, tell me less, let's go.
Man, and that's what's the amazing factor. Like with that, like to get to even coming here with components from different type of technology. Like, so what made you get to this approach? Like, what made you get the headset?
So what made me get the headset was the ability to put yourself back in a moment. I have so many moments that go by so quickly. I do events in
Mm.
the real world, concerts, could be a wedding. If I do a wedding, it's very, very slim. Um, but mostly concerts. So like to go back to a moment is like the biggest thing for me. And hypothetically, all these moments we could go back to. Like if
Mm.
like I cursed you out right now and you hit that button, Meta could eventually get to it and come back and check out this moment and see if what happened was shitty.
Oh no,
You know what
I
I
love
mean
that.
though?
Yeah, no, that's real. I say I love that concept that you said like you could go back to certain moments and you could
Yeah.
relive moments, and that's one thing that I really seen about like with VR that was like showcasing more of that. Like a lot of people love to have like that nostalgic feel or like a feeling or a certain like way they felt before. Like I was just reading this article. This woman, she literally gets on VR because it's the only way that she can interact with her daughter who passed away, and so she still like have like old like voice clips and everything, and
Oh, that's
even to
awesome.
like has like a hologram like approach. And so a lot of times I can really see that a lot of people can this could be used as an outlet, especially like we say with memories. I mean, I could just imagine once you could convert family home videos
Oh,
and
yep.
everything, especially to a point like Ready Player One, like you could just have that mugs like set up like, hey, play or like just pause like, hey, this is my old room. Like you see like every and then like I mean we're having indentions of that now. Like I don't know if you use the like the hyper realms on here, like the hyper rooms and everything that that's Meta has with the Meta Quest. Like you could see some like inside like Zuckerberg's like office at Hacker's Way, or you could
Oh,
see
that's cool.
like one of the people like they have like a whole like car detail shop on there. I mean, so it's certain stuff that really is going to really start to like stay with us. And I mean, that it's cool that you touched on that point because it'll bring me to my question with you on here. Like I see that again, you do shows and everything in real life, or you bring together events and all that. How did that turn to a like a gaming mechanism for you. Like I said, I mean, you came on here again, like with many different variations, but they're all like a different format, but it's all like a gaming format too. So like you have like little mini games, or you have like little like improv and stuff. Like where did that come about? Because I mean, I know you just don't do that at events and stuff, right? Or
Yeah, that came from something that I feel like has been held back in me. You know, I have to do events that people will show up to. Like if my client's a mall, you know, they're not going to necessarily let me just do improv. You know, they're going to want musicians of some sort, they're going to want crowds, you know, so we got to make sure it works from the get go. So VR is a great space to try things, you know, see what works and what doesn't work. When in the real world, you can, you know, like, yeah, of course you can do that, but it's tougher to do that, especially in like, you know, where I'm sitting, where like I would have to erect the whole fucking stage, run the wires, PA up,
mm,
subwoofers down, fucking make sure it's security, you know, like all this crap, you know, like, and this is all very costly, but in this world, it's easy to do it with just, you know, me and Delta, you know, or me and Durham. Shout out to Delta. But you know what
hey,
I mean? Like, there's no peripherals, there's no insurance policies, there's none of that stuff. We can just run with it and see if it works. And if it doesn't, we'll delete it. You know, if it does, we'll keep rolling with it. And I think that is beautiful. And I think it's one of a kind.
no, and I mean that's and certain people will be scared of that type of adaptation because now that could become like an overwhelming factor. And so, like I said, because again, you could come on this platform and don't know. I mean, you don't have to know about coding now, or you don't have to know about certain like qualities with tri-mesh and everything now, because you can have that type of help now on here. It shows you like, well, hey, you don't know about this programming? Click on this tutorial right here. And I mean, that's like it's really fascinating that it's like a face. I mean, like a face to face aspect. Well, no, not more face to face, but more like in your face aspect. And I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people will be able to learn and adapt more with that because, like how you saying that, you're able now to show. You could probably show like stage production or stage breakdown, like the right ways to really, sit here and like do a tear down or sit here like the
Yes.
right ways to really have something built up because that stuff is like cost effective. I mean, not cost effective. It is costly. It is a lot of times where like you might not have like the right people to do the job, and now you're in like a whole situation where like nothing all this comes through. But with a metaverse aspect, I feel like the only thing we have to worry about, like, if the Wi-Fi is messed up or if Horizon want to glitch on us for that
Exactly.
time. And so, I mean, so I'm seeing. So what made this more of this like this creativity come out though? Because I'm seeing again multiple like variations of like what you do on it. You just don't do like like a game show here, and you just gonna like hey keep it at a talk show format. Like you have a game show here, you doing improv over here. Hey, you got a musician that's jumping off the top of a fire building right here. Like why is it like what is the method of having it all over the place, or is that still like some type of tethering that you're keeping?
So we kind of want to see what, so like we want to break the boundary of an audience. You know, we want to bring them into it somehow. So like we're slowly doing that. You know, right now what we have is like the barrier, like an audience, you know, but eventually like I want the audience here somehow. And like, how does that work? Like, I still can't tell you. But like we're kind of testing out different things, you know, like some of our contestants might miss something and they end up in the audience, you know, and then they have to make their way back to the stage. So it kind of gives you that different reality than what would happen in the real world. So that's the fun part about just kind of like fucking with shit like that. So like I'm just having a good time, just like being like, yeah, let's do that, huh? You know?
No, and I mean that's the best way too that you can have like certain again like how you say because if you don't like how a certain thing looks or so, next thing you can do, hey, is press the X button on it. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to sit. It's not like you like $300,000 in the hole for this one
Yes.
like percentage. Because there's many times I've seen many businesses do that, and they still do that. Like oh well, hey, this is how it looks in my head. So hey, I'm gonna have this draft, and it's automatically done. I feel like here now you can have more of like variations. I remember like there was one of the times I was able to check out one of your worlds, and I remember it was like empty in there, and I just remember you like saying, "Well, I could put this here, I could do that there," and then I remember you doing that format, and then you looked at it like, "No, I don't like that," and it was all to the next one. I mean, so that's amazing with a factor because I see so many people, if that don't go that way, like they put all their eggs in one basket or so, like you see the frustration comes about, or you see the famous like, oh well, I'm digging this long and I'm thinking nothing's gonna come out of this digging now, so let me go to a different aspect, and that's cool. I mean, I feel like it's a factor that you have to like either learn about. Oh, excuse me, I say sitting here get my oh, I'm all in my seat. Oh no, let me get back right. But yeah, I feel like that is a though I feel like that is a trait that you have to either like really learn or really have like already established with you. And I feel like you have more of that presence because again, we're doing events and everything in IRL. It's pace, pace, pace. So like you have to be all over the place or this, that. So I feel like you like more of that stationary. It's like, oh well, hey, I can have this chaos all in my head now, like in front of me, instead of okay, moving physically, doing this, doing this, doing this, because that becomes an overwhelming factor. I might well get overwhelmed now just putting on my headset and having that get overheated on me. So
And I
like
always tell people, like it does feel shitty to me too if it doesn't work, but you just got to keep going, like don't let that hold you back ever, like yeah, it's not great, but we got to keep rolling.
but it could be so much worse. Like or
Yeah.
you can have it. But no, that's a good mindset to have with that because again, it's many different variations of what you're doing on here, and that's what makes the sky's the limit. So I could ask, like, out of all the projects that you have on here so far and that you're continuing to do, what is your favorite one so far to like really showcase out here?
Fuck.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna ask the hard questions.
uh, my favorite is something I haven't released yet. It's a different way to view music. It's taken me a long time because I'm not really a scripter. I'm kind of learning as I go.
mm.
But favorite that I have released right now is definitely Horizons Chaos, because
Mm.
as you know, it's like chilling with a bunch of homies, and then we all just get stupid, and it's
Yeah.
so fun. It's so
And
fun.
I mean, and that is like certain tethering moments that makes like that because this platform is still about having fun, and that's one thing that really like gets like well, sound like Peter Griffin that grinds my gears sometimes because when we're on this platform, we see that hey. We get misconstrued from having fun sometimes because again we get like sometimes recognition or you get some type of probably financial gain in here or so and then not even just that a lot of times we probably just get a chip on our shoulder where we just like oh hey we don't want to learn anything on here no more we don't want to produce anything on here no more. And that what makes you stagnant.
Yep.
And with being stagnant on a platform like this, no, that you'll have like the world pass you by so quick, and especially like in meta time, and then especially like the time that you've been on here, like I'm seeing that how stuff can grow so quick, especially in a format like prime example. You're showing me a world that was empty. And I said, I remember again going back, and I even told you that. Man, I'm like, man, I haven't been back here since again. You were showing me this in
Yep.
like your beta mode or what. So now to see this is like all filled in and everything, and now and how you said to me, it's not even done. That's what makes more of this creativity spark because you don't know what you could do now on here. And no, I'm really fascinated now to see about more with the music aspect too, because tonight we have a musician, coming through, and not even as that, we're able to have music on a meta show. Yeah, that's right here. That's being live streamed to my folks. That's all beyond just what we're doing right now, just being on this headset in two different places, but it's all in synchronization, and it's so again mind baffling to me that we're able to do this in this space, my man. And no,
Yeah.
I really thank you for what you're doing on this platform with that because I know that could become an overwhelming factor. But not even as that, it could become a factor of like, okay, why is this needed? And then like I just heard you say earlier, like, well, this is needed for me. And that's the best way that you can reach to somebody else because hey, they can see the attention that you're doing with that. And that brings me to like one of my like not like say final questions because this conversation can go on forever with being on this platform, again, you're starting to meet. Like I said, we met in real life. You see the certain aspects and everything from here. Do you feel like there is more of a comfortability factor after interacting with a person IRL and then being back in the metaverse doing this, or do you just feel like it's still just a learning curve with it? Like anybody could just be anybody in the metaverse, or do you
I
feel like they
mean,
coincide?
I feel like that's a good question. But I just have to say I met Howard in the real life And like this dude was hustling every fucking room I was in. I was just sitting there drinking a drink, and by the time I was done with one drink, Howard knew everyone in that fucking room. And I had been there an hour before him, and I don't know anybody in this room, And he was just like, "Yo, what up?" and sat back down at the table, and I'm just like, "Who is Howard? Like who is this Howard guy?" But it was phenomenal to see you rock. I feel like I know you way more just because I saw that. I don't think I would be able to get that in here because, we go world to world and there's kind of like that,
Mm.
that divide. But I mean, dude, crazy, man.
I know that, and that's what again, like how you just said, because one of the things I'm thinking about, like, tell us everybody, shout out to the homies, between realities, yeah, Skiva and Alex, love y'all. Like one of the basic things I said, we was able to have a party together, and we'll do a party
Yeah.
together, and I just remember again seeing you that night or what's on. I remember,
Oh, yeah,
it's like no,
dude.
there's like no
Fuck.
cocky shit or whatever, bro. That's what I'm saying, but about
Damn.
being in this space, I just remember seeing again seeing Gala right here in
All
line.
right, let me just say, you're gonna say I was waiting in line and Howard just fucking rolls past me. He's like, "Yo, what up?" Daps me and just walks past all of us, and I'm like, "Motherfucker!" Doesn't even invite anyone.
No.
Just
But no,
walks straight to the front and gets right in. I was like, "All right, okay, now I know. Now I know."
but no,
Is
that
that
makes
what
me
you're
laugh
gonna
when I see.
say?
Yeah, I say because like I remember that because that makes me like laughing because when you hit me up, you was like, "Yo, man, like who do you know in here?" And then I just remember like because we was having conversation later that night, and I just remember like introducing you to Skiva and Alex, and I just remember just sitting there talking, and you was saying the same thing. Like it's amazing to meet somebody from the headset, and then you can see them in their element with doing this. It's like and just like you
Yeah,
said, vice versa with watching you. I remember you had some of like your equipment, like with the selfie stick
I
and
was just an
everything.
awkward tall guy. That's
Like,
all I was. I was so
but no, but
fucking
like,
awkward.
but it was in the same facility because I'm again to be at a tech. Let's understand everybody to be at a tech conference and everything. Like it's yes, at times it is still awkward or so because you're still around humans. You're around human like interaction, but not even as that to be around something that that you could tell everybody genuinely love about being here. That's the best thing that seeps out about with conversation because now you can sit here and be like, okay, well, hey, the same thing that we talked about because again, we was talking about real life stuff, like I said about with your game show and everything that you was able to do like in the game. And and that was like that's mind like blowing to me because again, I remember talking to you, then remember getting a message from you like a couple days later, like, hey, I would love for you to be a tester on this. And I'm like, man, okay, we were just talking about this at CES, and that's what makes this platform goes, and that's what I was talking about at a recent conference I was at about organic tethering is really needed on this space because it's cool to create, it's cool to inspire, but not even just
It
that, it's
is.
cool to still learn something new. We're not on here just to become a gatekeeper. We're not on here just to become the new fad, or not even just that. We're not on here just to be dramified. There's really people on here that get on here to really come from a place of curiosity. It comes from a place of we are going way beyond. Oh, this is something that I know I like so somebody else might like it even more. And I mean,
Exactly.
and that's what makes it much more not entertainment, but much more immersive. Because like how we did on your game show this the other night, that was so amazing to me. Because again, I used to love to try to be on Legends of a Hidden Temple or try to be on like Nick.
Yes.
So to
Oh
sit here,
my
I'm in
God,
the
yes.
headset, and it's that type of feel. Like I'm in a mini game right now. Yeah, I lost. Yeah, Ricky Romance. We're on a rematch, but not even just gonna do that out loud. But no, with that, man, it's stuff that really brings out like sometimes that childhood or a lot of times that place that we used to have when we was young. Because again, a lot of these times we only was able to see this from a 2D aspect. We were only
Yep.
able to see it on the TV. We was only able to see the Jetsons sit there talking about they're in a spaceship. So now we could build a spaceship. We could sit here and be in this mofo and really go to Mars and go to space. Yeah, Katy Perry, I'm calling you out. We could really go to
Yeah.
space. Yes, not in a huge shape type distraction. But no, getting back to the conversation. But no, like it's really a lot of times that you can really see that merger. And I am so happy to see that you're really making that merger with doing what you love on here because you will see what it attracts. And I remember one of the conversations that we was having like in early days about you doing here. You was like, man, okay, like well, people really rock with this and whatever. And I just remember talking, I'm like, yeah, man, like people going, hey, if they don't like it, they'll tell you they don't like it. But the real people are gonna always pop up and show up, man. And that's one thing I can say about your establishment. You have that mug packed out every time you have an event, and then like I say, it makes the people want to see what's going on. And not even just that, like you have like the interaction. I love what you do with the promo and everything. Like it's that old like format. Well, look who's coming here this week. All right, and we have this like it's formats like that that really stays inside the brain, and that what makes that attention to really show like, hey, this is what I'm doing on this platform. You don't have to be a game maker, you don't have to be a scripter, you don't have to be because that's one of my things I say on here. Like I know I'm a host, I know I perform 400 times on here, but I know I don't sit here and build worlds like that. That's why I say shout out to the wonderful team like again Lux Visions, man, because you have to have like certain parties around you that you can hey learn. Now I know about like certain variables and everything, and I know I can sit here and mess about. I can make my couch a little bit big, all this and that. Like I can sit here and dibble and dabble now to the point when I remember being on here like, okay, what the hell I do? I'm just seeing these mofo's go big now, like the Eternals, and I'm sitting here still small. Like what is going on? So now we can sit here and have conversation. Okay, like okay, this is going here, this is going there, and that's the thing about growing on this platform, man. I'm really seeing that you're one of those individuals that's growing with this platform, and I'm so happy to
Thank you.
see what more you bring to this platform because, man, like how you were saying to me, it was stuff that you really was doing on here that you didn't even know what the hell you was gonna do with it. To
Yeah,
now
you just gotta
you're
do
still
it.
like you're sitting here now doing with it, like what the hell I'm gonna do with this now, like, and that's what makes this journey, my man. So no, and I thank you for what you do. Stay true at what you do with it, man. And hey, man, make sure y'all really check out his works, man. Again, MK Ultra, anything goes. That's another one that's amazing. He really has like some real game show variables that's on there that really brings back. I call it the '90s and the early 2000s, man. You really sit there
Yep.
and have fun. You really sit there and laugh, but not even just that, you have a good time, man. So before I even have you leave the stage, man, do you have any words up here that you could leave for anybody that just want to make their own format?
Yeah, just fucking do it because everything's getting easier. Like 2 days ago, they gave us Gen AI. So when you get your ass in here, it's going to be even easier. So just hurry up and do that shit and get it over with.
You say, man, and I just love like this the laid backness with it. Just do it. If you don't do it, you just gonna be sitting there just going to pass with it. But no, man, it's amazing to see that, man. And again, and yes, we're meeting again in IRL. We're gonna turn up, and not even as that, man. I thank you for what you do. Stay true at it. But not even as that, we are going to be seeing more of what you bring into this platform. And y'all make sure y'all go check out his worlds and everything. You feel me? So yes, y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for the one and only Mr. Gala Giant. Hey, hey, how you doing? My life, my life. Hey, if you can, I see that you're on mobile. If you could back up a little bit, my life, because you're right there in my camera angle vicinity, and you look so good. You look so good, but I just want you to
That
look
was a
right
good
here
move.
better
I'm not gonna
on the side.
lie, pretty good, but we've seen it
But yes,
before.
sir. Thank you so much. But yes, folks, yes,
Stop what
man.
you're doing
Oh,
and tune in from
I pressed
coast to
my button. I got a
coast.
big button. You just push the
Oh
globe right
shit.
here.
It's the
Oh shit.
Howard
You just right here, the
Hour
globe.
with your host with the most, Howard 702 LV.
Yes, yes. I didn't mean to press my intro again with my button, my butt. But yes, my life, my choice. Can you back up a little bit if you don't mind me? I say if you don't, I say I will have to escort you out on the Meta Uber, and I don't like to have people get on the Uber if they don't have to. But thank you so much, thank you, my man. But yes, yes, yes. But folks, we are getting this thing rolling. We keeping this thing moving. But not even just that. One thing I love about having my own show format. Shout out to you, Arsenio. I see what you do, man. Is we can showcase music. And one thing I love about this thing that we call the metaverse, you get to listen to meta music. And this meta music that I really be listening to on here, folks, man, really be making my ears perk up like a greyhound in the snow. And not even that's that, folks, to really see meta music from artists that really do this stuff in IRL, that what makes me smile so much more with it. Because again, I tell this to everybody. When I first started on this platform, y'all, I started off as a meta artist. And with being a meta artist, I was sitting here in each and everybody face trying to be like, hey, 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 hey. It's trying to sound like Outcast, you feel me? To the point now I'm able to see many artists come on here, make a craft. do their craft. And man, it is so amazing to see. And this individual who I'm bringing to the stage tonight, I had many times of sitting in on studio sessions with this individual. Even got it to a point that we made it down to a rap battle, not battling each other, but like in a rap competition. Like we got down to like final two. It was me and her, man, and hey, she ate me like a payday. You feel me? And hey. I'm still here. I'm still alive. Yes. I'm still doing my dance, but not even as that. But you see, as an artist in this thing that we call the metaverse, times can become overwhelming. Times can be taken away, and time can be constructed in a different manner because they don't want us to be artists on here first and foremost because they cannot capitalize on us being a artist on here. That's what I say again. They can't capitalize on your creativity of being an artist because they don't know what to do with it yet. But that's the thing about you being an individual that you are. When you come on this platform and know what you want to do with your creativity, it's going to showcase and shine way bright, way like what it's supposed to do. You feel me? And this individual is really showcasing that with their craft that they bring to the metaverse. Not even just about playing around on the mic in the studio. This person really does music. And that's what makes the craft so much more immersive. And this not coming from AI. This is not coming from a generator source. This is coming from a place of real organic tethering. And I'm so happy to see this individual really thrive and strive in the way that she's doing on this platform because hey, I remember when she first came on here to now you are making the sky your horizon. And man, if I'm not mistaken, she got a new project that's out, man, that's coming out that we're gonna be able to talk about when she comes to the stage tonight, man. So I really need y'all to give it up. Give it up for the one, the only. Y'all seen her in many bars, many lounges, and many studios on this platform, and she wasn't even doing no meta drinks. But she really did make you think and really sit there and make you get out your seat, probably made you do a dance or two. But not even as that, she stayed true to her own tune. And you see how much music that is really making to ears that we really do on this platform. So I really need y'all to give it up for the wonderful, wonderful, amazing Auntie Panda.
Hi.
Hey, let's do a little smoke. Hey, see, look,
Hi,
got the
Howard.
smoke. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing all right. Sorry for the long intro. I just like to make sure I keep that mug like a hot pocket. You know, I
Hot
gotta make sure
pocket.
that yeah, like I just don't want it to be a jingle. But no, I'm glad that you came through tonight, man. Like this
Thank
is
you.
something that is amazing to see again because I remember first hearing about your name on this platform. If I'm not mistaken, I remember
Hmm.
you used to be like looking like a Dalmatian. It was like you was like black. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like black and white or something like this. And I just remember that like go say with your hair format too. It was like black and white. Just like yeah, but not like Deville, but like yeah, Dalmatian. So
A little,
I
a little.
get no, I get down to like just get into the nitty gritty because we gotta have to watch you know perform tonight. What
Hmm.
got you into the metaverse? Like I'm like just know that this didn't come about
Ah,
just one day, huh? Like
it didn't. Actually, I was on a whole nother platform before I came to the Meta.
hmm,
Um, I was on Rec Room for a while, and then I bought a VR set, and I'm like, I want to try Rec Room on my my headset, but I'm like, okay, I see all these other apps, so I
hmm,
saw Meta Horizon, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I went in there and I explored, and I'm a very shy and quiet person in real life, so I didn't really talk to nobody. So I started getting used to it and used to it. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna put it down. I don't know. So then I put it down and I came back to it and I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. I'm like, I'm gonna
hmm.
stay for a little bit and see what happens.
Man, and what brought you to this side of the lake though? Like with the Meta Horizon aspect. I mean, because like you said, you started off with like with Rec Room.
Hmm.
Like what made that drive in here with especially like, with the music side? Because like I'm not mistaken, was like you just came in here straight rapping, and like, that's what like how I remember. Like,
Initially, when it came to Horizon and just the whole metaverse as a whole, I mean,
mm,
I've been musical since out the womb, so like that wasn't anything necessarily new to me. when I got on this app, I'm like, I kind of wanted to get out my shell and make friends, because in the real life, I'm gonna be honest, I don't hang around nobody. I kind of stay to
Mm.
myself. So I'm like, I'm gonna try it out, see where it goes. I met a lot of cool people along the way, rapping and stuff, and I was actually known by a different name at the time. I was known by Lord Seventh Hokage, because I'm an anime fan. And then a lot of people couldn't say my name, and I'm like, just call me Panda. That's what my friends and family called me. So I started rapping in studios and freestyling, like, Panda's here, go to the studio. So that's how it kind of started from there.
And no, and that's the drive that really makes your own like indention on here because like to know that you already have a craft that you like to do, that what
Hmm.
makes it so much better, especially being on this because that will showcase in so many styles. Again, like how you say, like
Hmm.
you're sitting there freestyling and they having people stopping what they're doing to listen to you freestyle. And I mean that is a wonderful feel because that the ears will either tell you if they mess with it or not. And to
Hmm.
really get, like I say, that type of like placement, especially in like this headset format, that is
Hmm.
rare to do. Because there's many times I've seen on here, people are telling me like, "Oh, hey, like, oh, I do music, everything, and on that," but the only time you see them do music is on the headset or so.
Hmm.
And I'm like, at first that was like, kind of not weird to me. I was just like, I didn't understand that at first because again, like I always did music, so I know already coming in here, or yeah, all right,
Hmm.
boom, boom, bap, bap. But now I'm seeing like a lot of people are able to now use this as an outlet because hey, you have now certain moments like some people can't get to the studio. Certain
Hmm.
people can't get to that persona like they feel like they're in front of a real mic or
Right.
they have like beat selection. So I mean, I could really see why a lot of times, I mean, just like back in the day, like a lot of people who didn't pay for studio times, or if you had to really get to a studio, you had to wait like weeks at times or so, or like you had to know somebody to just either be plugged in to like get to a studio factor, or you had to do your own.
Hmm.
And I mean, even doing on your own, like you got to at least have like the type of equipment, right type of stuff, all this and that, vice
Hmm.
versa.
Hmm.
And to really see that type of like style that brings it, I mean, that you bring it onto this platform, no,
Hmm.
kudos with that because that shows you know what you want to do. So that brings me
Thank
to, like
you.
I said, one of my next questions with you.
Hmm.
Do while being in this platform, while being on this platform, have this like enhanced any of your like mindset to like doing more music, or this is just going to like, I mean, this creativity is just going to always be there.
I mean, it's both for me.
Hmm.
At any moment, I kid you not, at any moment when I'm around something, somebody, or if I'm just in a room exploring music or beats, the inspiration is usually already there, but it's more enhanced because I'm picking at details that I notice. You feel me? So like, say for instance, I'm in a studio, right, and I hear this nice little beat. In my head, I get to making rhymes, I get to making lyrics. Then I'm like, okay, then you got like a bass line. Dun, 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 dun. It's just like I have a lot of thoughts in my head, and it's
Hmm.
like the creativity plus the enhancement makes magic. And that's the great part of me, is like anything that I think of, I can bring to life. And I'm grateful for that gift.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I heard that quote before. Well, I'm saying quote. Michael Jackson said that, well, the type of variation with like his smooth criminal aspect. Well, smooth criminal said he was saying something like anything that he wanted to put his mind to, he made real.
Hmm.
And like, cause a lot of people, well, I say this, a lot of people looked at him crazy when he dressed up as a robot on the mug, and that's like one of the things he said in the video. He said he always wanted to do a robot or be a robot because that's what he dressed up as a kid, and that really stood out to me, especially how you just said that now, like on this platform, like you can see your lyrics, you can see if you
Hmm.
want to sit here and pick this type of vibe to a video or so, or not even as that, you're able now to sit here and look for some type of creativity that you might not
Hmm.
able to have a chance in IRL because of hey, we're not
Right.
able to be around certain studios. We're not able to sit here and be like, okay, hey, have like A&R behind us. Like, okay, hey, here's your budget, do this and all that. But when you're on a platform like the headset, you can
Hmm.
sit here and make your own ride. You can sit here and make like your own like type of variation. So that brings
Hmm.
me to like one of my questions with you. Do you feel like that ever becomes like an overwhelming factor on here now? Because again, this is a aspect. Being an artist can be draining sometimes. And I tell
Mm-hmm.
that's like just to any aspect, but now to be on a new like foundation, I can just imagine like how much more drain we could get because this is area that we don't know yet. This is still like
Mm-hmm.
no man's land. Like, do you ever become like an overwhelming factor in here with that?
Of course. There are times where I have to stop, sit, and think back. I'm like, okay, maybe I just need a break. Maybe I just need to sit down and rethink things, take a minute to breathe and start afresh because I'm not gonna lie. Um, as well as being an artist outside can be overwhelming, it just as much as outside it can be inside. There's a lot of expectations, there's a lot of things that you may want to do and you cannot do in certain aspects, and there may be certain things that may be hindering you from doing that. So
Mm.
I 100% can say it can be overwhelming sometimes.
Mm. And with that overwhelming factor, what are some methods that you do to, I guess, well, keep in moderation, or do you have a moment like where you have to like take the headset off and just be away from it for a minute?
I do. Sometimes I take a little hiatus. Like I just came back in January. I was
Mm.
gone in November for some months, and everybody was like, "Is Auntie Panda good? She still breathing?" Yep, I'm still breathing. It's just the moment I'm like, I gotta chill and take a moment to reboot. So my senses don't get overstimulated. But that also gives me time to reflect it. I actually go through some of my old songs and I listen to them, and then I think of ideas I can do when I get back in the energizing mood to make more music and be creative and work on my craft and improve and progress.
Hmm. Yeah, better in moderation because hey, this like anything in life, you don't want to do too much of because that's can
Hmm.
either make you stagnant to it or again it could become an overwhelming factor. It could push you away from it.
Yes.
And like so, and that brings us to like one of my final questions with because hey, we about to get ready to get jump into her project and then also hear about what music she's bringing tonight.
Hmm.
As being an artist on here, do you feel like the head or not the headset, but the metaverse is making a broader approach for your craft, or do you just feel like this is I mean just another stepping stone?
Um, I feel like a little bit of both. I
Mm.
will say I have more of an advantage for sure, for being on this headset because I don't have necessarily that advantage in real life. I don't have connections. I don't have people that I can reach out to when it comes to the musical aspect of that. But rather, since because I've been in the metaverse for so long and I have created connections and friendships with people that have present themselves to be in the music industry and so on and so forth. I have a stepping stone that has given me the ability to go forward with the next step. So it's very much a stepping stone and a high advantage, all in one. And with that combination, that only helps me to get better. It only helps me to progress with what I need to do, whether I fall, whether I succeed, whatever the case may be, I will get back up and use those stepping stones to build what I need to build.
Hey, isn't that a song too? If first you don't succeed, yeah, get up.
Get
Oh
on
yay!
the
Hey, no, 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 it's over. Hey, no, no, I love to hear that. I
yeah.
mean, so like, no, I love to hear that because especially being on this platform, like I tell this to everybody, like, yeah, there's many, like, yeah, there's sunny days on this mofo. Don't get me wrong, but there's
Mm-hmm.
many dark days, long nights,
Mm-hmm.
cold nights, man,
Yes,
and
sir.
I say this to everybody. There's many nights, so especially me being on this platform. I have kids, and
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, son, yes, you're right here in the background right now. That's
Oh.
and like, but like I say, the kids are watching what you do, and I've been on this
Right.
platform since 2021. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember it used to be to the point my son would like be on the phone, like, well, hey, like, what are you getting on your headset for? To all this to now. Hey, okay, Dad, you got your show tonight. Yeah, Dad, you putting on your headset for that? You going to work? Like, it's that's the attention that is shown on here with it's a build up process. And now especially being an artist, because a lot of times when we
Mm-hmm.
get on here now, this is an outlet for us, don't get us wrong. And
Right.
that to get behind that mic at times too, that's medicine. That is a different way too
Mm-hmm.
of like a different type of therapy a different type
Mm-hmm.
of therapy and everything that we really are that is real needed. And
I
man,
agree. I agree.
man, like I'm so glad to see that you're doing this therapy and pushing it as therapy to other people now, because we could
Mm-hmm.
either be the light to somebody's dark a lot of times, and then
Mm-hmm.
still vice versa. We could be in a dark place and this could be our light. And no,
Oh
I
yeah.
thank you for what you do really on this platform with that,
Thank
because
you.
as an artist, you are really leaving a piece of yourself in the world.
I appreciate that. Before, I always tell people this, and I sincerely mean this. My time on this earth is not guaranteed to be long.
Mm,
And like I said, life is short. Life is very short. And like I said, when it comes to my music, I not only want my music to be fun for people, but I want people to relate to me as well. That's why I strongly put everything I have, my blood, my sweat, my tears, my heart, and my soul into my music. Because music saved me. Music kept me from going down the darkest road. Music kept me from dying. So this is
yes.
the reason why I'm living, to leave a mark in my legacy. And I want to inspire people like me, people that have been mistreated, rejected, talked
Mm.
about, ridiculed, and everything else and more. I want to encourage them that you can reach somebody through their music. You can reach somebody, you can save somebody.
Message, man. That's the best route to really, like, let's say, leave a piece of yourself with, is like, because that remainment will show like, hey, this is what I left to show how it helped me. So do what you do with this now to either construct from it, either pass it on to somebody else. But again, that's how history is either repeated, passed on, or either
Mhm.
now to a place that you're able to learn from those. And man, we are getting down with that history tonight, because if I'm not mistaken, you have a project that you're performing tonight. Can you
I
let us know what's going on? Now, this is the part now when I have like the little vinyl come up, y'all. It's like the little box, but I don't have none of that made right now, so I'm just gonna be holding my hands like this. She's talking about her project, but just imagine the vinyl. I'm gonna edit it in, but but yeah, what project we got you here for tonight?
I'm dead. What I got working on and basically finished and ready to go. This is actually for all of my lovely black women. It is a dedication song to all of my black women, Afro Latinos, my Africans, my African Americans, anybody that's black. This song is basically a song to empower us black women. Like
Mm,
I said, I love all of my women, but us black women, I love us so much. We're so powerful. We're so resilient. We come from a legacy that we proudly show. And this song also, I want to make a summer bop to it. So it's called Summer's
mm.
Heat. So I really hope that y'all like and enjoy it. And I am proud to say it will be out on all platforms. I will be on all platforms now.
Hey man, y'all heard it, man. And hey, like I say, with the not with the final, but like yes, with the vinyl that I have in my hand right now, man, I was gonna have y'all go upstairs to a whole persona, but no, man, I feel like we just gonna have to do it with this loud job spec right now, because she said she liked the blue that I had upstairs, and I
Mm-hmm.
realized I got blue and the green, and my couch is blue too. So man, we gonna have her
Mm-hmm.
perform the song up here too for y'all, man. So I can just have you right here sitting right front and center. I mean, you already
Stop
right
what
there in
you're
front of the
doing
camera.
and tune in
And
from
I
coast to
guess after the
coast.
intro, y'all be hearing the
It's the
wonderful voice of
Howard
Auntie Panda.
Hour
So
with
yes,
your host
sir,
with the
yes.
most, Howard 702 LV.
Whenever you're ready. Uh, but no, well, oh, hold on. Let me see. That's what I said about difficulties. Oh, stop. Sorry. Didn't mean to.
Just you and me, brother.
DJ Litface on the ones and twos.
All right, you can play it now.
This is the Howard Hour. Auntie Panda on the track. DJ Litface on the ones and twos.
Lovely black woman, all shades, different sizes. From a fellow black woman to you, I love and appreciate you. For real. Look, I see the pain up in your eyes, and the moments when you try to hide. And I just see you building up and people try to tear you down. I wanna see you live and thrive. The cozy space you put me in, don't know where it started or where it begins. The moments I just look at you, I admire your beautiful brown eyes, brown hair, and brown skin. The melanin you got, baby, is so poppin'. I really love your swag, baby, don't stop it. No matter what society says, just know I'm behind you all the way. Yeah, black folks on top, yeah. And we gon' have some struggles though. Just know for you, I always go with beating toes. And that comes with the territory of being a black woman, you know. So sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from dying. So baby, best believe I get your struggle. I'll be here on the double, pick you up. You keep on trying. So love, it's your time. Go walk in your power. Baby, it's your world. It's your world. It's your golden hour. Baby, love, you are a queen. You are a queen. Just know what I mean. What I mean. Love is what I wanna shower. So look. You're a blessing, you're a blessing. No stressing, no more stress. Melanin up on your body, looking like chocolate caramel. It's my confession. Your beauty is the damn proof. You're so divine, it is so sweet. So sweet. You shine so damn bright and blaze so hot. This is why you are my summer seed. Hands up, all the beautiful women in the room. I need hands up. Hands up. Yeah. You're all I need. All I need. So sweet. Hey. What you want to me? Hey, you're so sweet to me, baby. Black queen, you are so divine in every way. From the way you walk and talk, from the way your hips sway. Remember, nobody can match your energy. Nobody can match your power. Stand in your glory, stand tall like a tower. So just know I love you and you are so sweet. That's why you blaze like my summer's heat. Thank you.
Hey, man, y'all throw some confetti. Y'all throw some confetti in the air, man, for Auntie Panda. Man, y'all see it, man, got me. I need that. I need to put that on my MP3. I got an MP3. I just need to get booted up. I got LimeWire, so just let me know if you could put that to me. But no, man,
I
that is
got you.
what. No, I'm messing. But no, folks, that's what really makes me smile so much on this platform. Again, to come from a space where, again, I only seen this lady only freestyle and again whoop me in rap battles and stuff at times. So now you can see the craft of her performing on the Howard Hour, something that she really created from the heart. And man, that is such amazing to see, man. And I'm so happy that y'all got to experience it with me. But not even just that, y'all got to experience it tonight on the Howard Hour Live, man. And this is in the metaverse. I'm telling you, folks, this ain't happening nowhere else. And that's what makes this such much more exclusive, not inclusive, but exclusive for immersive actions than on here, man. And y'all really need to give it up for again, Auntie Panda, because that song got me
Thank you.
really sitting here like, hey, you got me. I'm ready. I'm ready to call my girl on 3 phones right now and just be like, hey, baby, hey, baby, you melanated. You got me caffeinated. And now I want to sit here and just be flabbergasted, you feel me? But not just that, man. Folks, I just want to end the show. That's what this. But I'm not gonna even end the show yet. Before I do that, I'm gonna have to show respect. Before I even have you leave the stage, man, okay, you have any words up here that you could just leave for anybody that just want to make their own intention with whatever they want to do?
I do. I want to say don't give up. Whatever your struggle may be, whatever boundaries you feel like you cannot cross, push to your limit and beyond. You have the ability to do so much and achieve so much. And this is coming from me and from the heart. I believe in you. So give it your best. Go plus ultra. All right. I love y'all.
Hey, hey. And no, and y'all heard it. Y'all heard it, man. Again, only you can be the best version of what you want to be. But you have to do what you have to do. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get hard like somebody put Viagra in your drink, you feel me?
What?
But it's what you
No
make
Diddy.
out of it.
Oh
No
my
Diddy.
No Diddy.
Pause for the cause.
Well, uh, yes, but no, man, it's gonna get. I give another saying. I'm sorry. It's gonna
That
get
was out
hard
of
like
bounds,
nipples
nigga.
in the
Flag of the
wintertime. You
play.
feel me?
Oh
It is
my
gonna
god.
really get. But no, it's gonna get hard, folks. And folks, you really have to make that addition if you
Taki,
want
what's
to
up?
push through. You could be
What's
your
good?
biggest component or you could be your biggest
Shit,
opponent.
man. My boy
And
out of
not even as
pocket,
that,
man.
man, you make your story. We are the authors. If we want to make the greatest
No,
book
no,
ever, or if we ever just want to sit there and be like, okay, we're living in a horror.
no
And
Genesis.
folks, you can really make it through. I'm not just living proof you can do it. GallaGiant shows you. Auntie Panda, man, got Fiji Bang in the building, man. Yeah, shout out to Trap Street Radio, man. Hey, they got
Your boy,
hey,
man.
they
May
got it in from
23rd,
hey.
Trapathon. Get your tickets.
And
Get your
you see it,
tickets.
man.
May 23rd. May
And that's
23rd,
what
man. Every
makes it.
Tuesday, 11 p.m. Trap Street Radio, Trapathon. This May 23rd VR chat. Brought to you by Trap Street Radio and friends. Get your tickets. Cosmic Kai, DL Cordero, Talk Nice to Kia. We got another couple of artists. We might got some other guest artists we can put on the joint. Tickets available, sponsorships available, merch available. Link in bio, man. Get with me.
And look at that. See, look, that's shameless plugs. I'm like, link in the bio. I love to hear that. You can say that in the metaverse. But no, folks, that's what really makes this platform, man. And man, it brings a smile to my face because it all starts with what you want to do, man. And
No
hey,
doubt.
Rome wasn't built in a day and it still turned out great. And you can still be in that same way, man. You're a construction of what you want to do. So be great at what you do. So
No
up
doubt.
until next time, this is your boy HT Howard 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. Thank y'all for rocking with me because I rock with you. You can be the biggest, biggest in the room, or you can sit there and let it consume you and just want to do anything that you don't want to do. But that's not you. You could be your biggest critic. You could be your biggest motivator, but not even as that. You could be the biggest version of you and what you need to do. So yeah, up until next time, this is your boy HT. Thank y'all for rocking with me. But your president is a president. Everybody is a somebody, and you know. So let's go. Hey, hey, hey.
Mm.
Hey,
Listen,
hey,
that
Gala, you
Viagra.
cut me right quick. I said we could. You say what the record?
Listen,
Get
that
a quick.
Viagra line was out of bounds, man.
Oh,
Flag
damn.
on the play.
Black, we get a